Felicitations, aficionados. Today, I have a job offer for you. You will be positioned to the border patrol. Safety of your people will depend on you. But what are you defending them from? You are defending them against beings that doesn't share the same skin color as you. Surely, you cannot let your pure-blooded place of residence be filled with them. If this job's details makes you too uncomfortable, I have another job offer for you. You will be working on population control. You see, we only have barely enough supplies to survive the winter. And if we accept more people, we will surely starve. You will have to eliminate anyone who tries to settle in our peaceful country, for the safety of everyone, of course. If you feel like you are up to either of these tasks, then I welcome you to Castle of Alchemists. Who is this game for? It's for people who liked Orcs Must Die and Sanctum. Mentioning both of those games hurt me, because one tried the free-to-play approach and fucked up. Then tried the return with mediocrity. Other has been left in the shadows because of the incredible success of Satisfactory, which is made by the same devs. Who else can play this game? If you played Space Marine, but lack the PC specs or cash to play Space Marine 2, this game is also up to your alley. Because the main character in Castle of Alchemists can be perfectly described as a 40k Space Marine in medieval times. Bellator is a biologically built commander which was put to sleep until his help needed. Soon after they realized there never is time to relax in Border Patrol. They wake him up and he goes to work. You have two phases every wave, build phase and defense phase. During build phases, you will try to place traps and blockades strategically. Or, without thinking. It is one of the fun kind of tower defense games, meaning traps do not hurt you. They are your allies in this. During the defense phase, you try to stop the foreigners from crossing the border. You have a melee and a ranged weapon, and 4 items of your choosing. As an extra, you have a shoulder cannon and 2 health syringes per wave, which activate your Bosnian mode. Every enemy you will encounter has their own strengths and weaknesses. It is your duty to choose your loadout and strategically place your traps accordingly. To place traps, you need supplies. After every wave, you get a set amount of supplies. However, if you manage to complete the wave without dying or letting anyone without a password get inside, you get a bonus. You also have a combo meter to fill, which is shown at the end of the wave. Eliminating the outsiders in quick succession starts a combo. But, to keep the combo going, you need to keep the slaughter going as well. Meaning, you cannot just clear Wildmen one by one. You need to go nuclear every chance you get, because higher-ups like to see them suffer. And they will reward you for keeping the meter up, by giving you more supplies each wave. Just beating the border crossers isn't enough for them though. They want to see real action. Which means you can get bonus combo points by mixing up elemental kills, namely fire, acid, and electric. These higher-ups are quite weird, but as long as you get paid, there is nothing to question, right? Your Grand Marine can also parkour. After you are done with a level, you can improve your safety measures in several ways. Firstly, Armamentarium. Here, you can biologically and tactically enhance the commander. Every enhancement has a bonus when they reach level 5. If you think you fucked up your build, you can always respec, for a cost of course. You can also choose your loadout and craft weapons and equipment here. Every single equipment you can use has several different versions. You can use a blast hammer for heavy damage in needed moments, or a fire hammer which would help you deal with the Nordic tribes a bit more. But, because of the armor mechanic of the game, I would argue that the corrosive alchemical sword is too good to pass. And for the ranged weapon, while having choices like a repeater crossbow and a blunderbuss, everyone probably agrees that the crank gun is the superior choice. For the 4 items you can equip, there are several choices. 3 different clockworks, vials to throw, canisters, booby traps, turrets, and so on. While your character may be a one-man fortress, he isn't a god. Therefore, he needs to obey the laws of physics, meaning there is a limit of weight you can carry, and every single equipment weighs differently. Better start leveling up for the sweet weight capacity stat. Every single equipment you craft has a chance to be different tiers. Tiers do not upgrade the weapon overall, but more tiers mean extra bonuses. A tier 1 and a tier 4 weapon can deal the same damage, but tier 4 can have a chance to bleed and explode as an extra. Moving on to the armory. Here, you choose your trap loadout. Traps can have varying versions. Which one to use is a choice you will have to make. But if you wanna do how I did, you simply get anything that has a metal surface, electricity ceiling trap, and blockades. Whenever the electric trap activates, instead of a 4-tile range, it will now conduct to every single metal tile that is connected to its zone. You can arguably do this with fire as well, but oil mechanisms having a cooldown makes this unreliable. Apparently you can also freeze enemies, but after getting a taste of conducting, I never tried to do anything else. Here, you can also choose which towers you want to use. For a tower defense game, levels with tower placements are quite rare. They help you a lot though. As for the last place, we have the library, which lets you check the stats and skills of the enemy units. This game has 15 levels currently, and more are on the way. Yes, it is in early access, or as I would like to call it, beneficial investment phase. I need to state that this video is not for financial advice. Don't try this with other early access titles if you aren't sure. But for this one, I say give it a go. I give this game several traps out of a Space Marine. A special thanks to my single patron for supporting me again, but not for this video, because it's too short, and we cannot have that. So, Mr. CC, go ahead and have some rest. As for all of my viewers, thank you all for watching. Have a nice Chad Space Marine day.